How does somebody really craft the right messaging, maybe use marketing tools and tricks to really get out those emotions authentically?
That's a great question. And it is a challenging thing to do because people they don't tell you how they feel, and people have a hard time articulating how they feel. But what I've learned is specifically through researching and applying jobs to be done theory is how to ask questions. And then you keep asking. They talk about like the five whys. So you're asking why 5 different times to get to the root of it. So for example, when we're talking to customers, we ask them, well, why did you start looking for a CRM? And they talk about, well, someone told me I need to use one. They say, well, why? Well, I was talking about how I was, trying to keep track of my clients or my leads. The more you dig into and ask why, what we would often get to is there was an emotional kind of trigger or reason. Well, I forgot to follow up with this person and I felt embarrassed because I looked like I wasn't professional. And that was enough for me to get me to start looking for a CRM. So then what we can do is use that story in your marketing. Tell that story of, have you ever forgotten to follow up with a lead or a client and felt really embarrassed? Like, never feel embarrassed again, try out this tool. So it's really just about asking a bunch of questions until you get to that root. And you kind of have to read between the lines sometimes, but once you kind of get to that trigger point, the trigger will always be for an emotional reason. And that's what you can leverage in storytelling in your marketing.